Alright, let's get our asses back down to... Came up through here, right? So let's cross this bridge to the left. Oh. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Alright, so both bridges are out. I think one takeaway might be that this area that seems so linear might be way less seems so non-linear might be way more linear than it looks once you realize how many of these passages you see on the map aren't still around. Still want to pop a scout at the end, I think, just to see if I missed anything. Is this the ruin I already was in? I think. Yeah. Probably. Anyway, I think. Yeah. Ish. And so on. Ooh, an ambush. I was gonna say this is the other side of that burning bridge.
Have we not passed this way before?
Scouts say no, Your Grace. They mark the trees.
Elves could have erased the marks, or left new ones where we've yet to tread. Best to follow the sun. Only way not to lose your bearings.
What? No, I've never been here before. Yeah. I mixed up with that bridge for a second there. I was like, how did it get fixed? No. But I heard the muttering of elves. The one... Are they calling me, or are they warning people that I'm here? Oh, there's a fight right there. Hey, you. Can I not go after that guy? There's clearly somebody talking over there. Speaking the Scoia'tael languages. Well, one of them. Because the Scoia'tael is an alliance of races. Impasse. Elven warriors burst from the forest, a menacing cry on their lips. Faces striped with war paint, eyes burning with hatred. Meve stood at the front and crossed weapons with one of these fierce partisans. They stood locked face to face. Their breathing labored from great effort. Who would prevail, and whose life would be extinguished in the shade of these ancient trees? Short battle. Yeah, I definitely like. There's so many puzzle fights, and there's so many short battles and story battles that by the time I actually get to a proper game of Gwent with 3 rounds and everything, it feels like I've forgotten how to do it. I already have one of those. Gascon's not the worst. I've got a Reinhard. I would definitely like to have somebody that draws cards. That's good to have. I have a trap to place in 1 row. I don't think I need 2 alchemists. That'll make him stronger, but do I want 2 of that? I could still potentially get something better than that. This is good for my ability. This is good for a final closing note at the end of the match to make me win, more or less. My concern is that nobody has orders for him to replenish. Come on. Alright, that can work with that, kind of. It's at least a second copy of that guy's order. It's not amazing, though. I didn't get to have any of my hero cards. Oh well. I don't want to risk one more draw because it feels like it'll go so much worse. Summon a random unit from your deck. What? Huh. I was not expecting them to have access to their order in the first turn. That almost feels overpowered.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Oh.
Greetings. What is it?
Okay, that's a good example of how that might not be the best ability to have. Yeah. So, I was worried that because they can't summon on the first... I thought they wouldn't be able to summon on the first turn, so I figured they'd be destroyed before they had a chance to do anything. But the other concern is that, well, apparently they can use their ability on the first turn, almost like they have Zeal. But the downside of that is that if nothing's on the board, a lot of these characters have deploy abilities that just won't do anything. And that's rough. Alright. Well, it's 10 power for me to play with at least. Probably you. Yeah. Definitely you. I got an extra 1. Perfect. Yay! Knickers is here. Just need to wait for his order to be ready and then we're good to go. Yeah, let's wait. Alright. Oh, you. The bonus damage against boosted people card. Always a concern. Oh, you would be a lot more powerful if there was more people to actually fight. Alright.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Oh no, I have to attack more people, don't I? They make you. Well, all those people moving means this guy's getting stronger, so there's that, I guess, but I dealt 2 damage to each person and this guy got 1 strength, so it's not like it's a net gain or anything. Pop another one of you down.
It's a waste of time for
This guy will at least get both of their abilities back. Alright.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Hey?
Not great. Just everyone moving around gets him stronger, but yeah, being forced to attack that many people is a little rough.
Spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Got a lot of units on the field already, but that could actually be a big problem for me. I may quickly realize the downside of having that guy in my deck is that I fill the board with not so useful cards, and then I don't know what to do with them all. Let's get the fire going.
I smell a leak.
Should have probably started that sooner. I'll be sure to pick somebody to turn into a bear, somebody who doesn't have an ability. Oh, there goes my summoner. Let's make you a bear. There we go. I want to use my ability, but I'd kind of prefer to have more people to target. And I probably should have used it on their 2 7s. Ah, crap. Maybe I should have. Hello. After 2 turns on turn start, damage all units on the opposite row by 4. Let's kill that. Spawn and apply fire trap as a deploy. Oh, you deployed that. Okay. They track like hounds, run like deer, and kill the heartless demons. So you make a fire trap. Pitfall trap? Pff, watch this. Yeah, this is the one that lowered... Oh, I gotta kill this guy. He's gonna keep dueling people, and every time he wins, he doubles in power, which is... what the hell amount of power. That's a genuine problem. I have time before the fire trap goes off, so I can do other stuff for a bit. I really should have set the bear up so that somebody was to the right of it so they could boost him. Let's go with you for now. The cooldowns are still going.
Knock out one of your teeth.
Got him into the fire row now. That's at least something. That was a mistake. I'm not playing well today. Like, especially not well. Ooh. Ooh, you're a unit spammer. The Vreehead. What did I just... Oh, that's the sound the card makes? Yeah, I don't like cards that make sounds. Especially loud ones. Officer gets 2 brigade units. He's a 4/4. Hatred burns brighter than any fire and cuts deeper than any blade. Brid? What's that mean? Trouble. So he spawns all those dudes. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that ability because I won't have enough turns to get the chance again to use it. So it was kind of wasted.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
This would be a good time to use that ability. But I can't equalize them all with the Crush Trap and use the ability. I won't get the chance. He's just gonna keep nuking characters. Still, if he can't catch up with where I am now, then it's not necessarily a big deal. I think that guy attacks me if I place anything that's stronger than it, which would be a little hard to avoid. I can at least weaken this row. Specifically weaken the strong guy. But he'll still... I think he gets the first hit on duels, which means he's still going to deal a lethal strike each time.
Everything all right?
The spy again. And of course you're going to be able to destroy them. They're all so weak. I don't have a lot of choices to make at this point. The fight's kind of played out. Still, if he doesn't have any big tricks up his sleeve, then I've largely won. Despite the mess of everything.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Yeah, can he make up the gap he needs? Maybe. He's getting up there. Oh, he's getting up there. And you're gonna attack me instantly, right, with that trap? Yep.
You're serious?
Wow. Yeah, damage until it's equal to the power of the War Dancer. Yep. That's a pretty strong card. It's a trap that just gets rid of a powerful unit, basically. Makes them a 5. That's brutal. Alright, yeah, he might win. All depends on this last card. And also, this guy's gonna kill someone and double in power. Yeah, he basically won, right? I think he won. No? Right. Right, because the dueling guy at least has to do it every other turn. So we couldn't do it yet. Thank God. That would have probably made up the difference. I think. Translated from Elder Speech. Ailean, my dear daughter, I beg you, please return home. Only death awaits you in the company of this Scoia'tael. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to your mother. Losing your brother in the pogrom was already too much to bear. In the name of all that is sacred, in the memory of our ancestors, leave the forest while you still can. Oegan. And now they're dead. I killed them. Whoops. I mean, I can't really feel too bad about it. They're actively trying to murder me in the forest while, like, mutilating people and tying them to trees and burning them and so on. This is all gonna dead end up there, I think. Let's just loop around and take a look. Like, we can feel bad for their plight and everything, but what they're doing is so fucked up. And even if you don't have that much issue with what they're doing overall, they're still just directly attacking me and I need to not die. That kind of simplifies the decision-making process at times.
Meve was discussing some matter with Gascon when a scout approached. His blood-streaked uniform revealed the matter to be urgent, so the Queen cut short her conversation and requested a report.
We were scouting, milady, and we found a cave entrance. Small scattering of elves guarding it,
but we took them right out.
Gascon scratched his chin.
I'd wager 10 Novigrad crowns there are more Scoia'tael squirreled away inside. We strike afore they know we've snuffed out their guards, we might well catch them by surprise. But we must act quickly.
Then let us act. Gather some men and prepare them for an attack. But keep quiet.
The Lyrians crept into the cave. They moved carefully, noiselessly even, avoiding notice for quite a while. Nevertheless, Elven warriors soon came pouring out of a side cavern.
We are gonna fight. I was half expecting the whole thing to be a trap and they were gonna cave in the entrance behind us. But this was less a decision, I think, and more, do you want to do this optional fight or not? Which is oftentimes what the decision more or less is for these, the side stuff. Elven Hideout. Scoia'tael warriors typically employ stratagems of cunning, such as weaving their paths to lead pursuers astray. And not this time. The partisans hit Meve's force with all they could muster, as though striving at all costs to force her from the cave. The elves' new tactic worked against them, however. Their fierce resistance only further aroused Meve's curiosity, compelling her to discover what they had hidden in those mysterious caverns. So at the very least, let's at least play Elven Soup first, which will summon whatever Elven Soup gives me while also bringing forth the dog. And then if I use the guys that switch with a random person in my deck, they'll at least switch with something that might affect what's going on the board a little bit. It depends though, like these guys only attack enemies, so that's rough if I get them. Oh, this looks powerful, this hand. So you give orders to 2 people, and these 3 all summon cards. Can I get heroes? Oh, a pitfall's pretty good. That's a pretty strong one. I gotta be careful though, and this is a 3-round fight. So if I overinvest in the first round, then I have to figure out how to win the following rounds. That whole thing. Still, it can be pretty good. The issue with overinvesting in the summoning is that I end up spending you, and you at minimum in just the first round, which is a heavy investment in the first round. Still, we'll draw 3 more. I just gotta be careful about how much I want to keep. Probably want to keep the bear and the pitfall trap and the horn for the second round that I try to win. Just try to make up with it, but you kind of stuck with whatever you happen to draw at that point. I have a lot of redraws left though, so I'll be able to get better cards at that point if I draw bad things, I think. We'll see.
None shall tread on us.
Heal an ally, cooldown 1. Restored to base power or the amount specified. Oh my god. So it'll heal people back to base power every time. Sure, I'll patch you up. Gonna cost you though. Every turn? That's a wildly powerful card, isn't it? It seems like it is. Should I keep the onion soup for later? Maybe. If I want to go for deck mobility, I should probably get started, right? Ooh. Maybe I want to avoid deck mobility. I don't know. If I save Rayla for later, she'll be stronger as a result of every Scoia'tael I defeat. That said, these guys won't be very easy to defeat with their damage values they have right now. I don't know, let's maybe not go into deck mobility quite yet. I might pay for that idea. Ooh. I can work with that. You attack my units and they just spam damage everywhere. These other ones are pretty disappointing. Yeah. Alright, I dare you to attack them. Please take 6 damage.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Oh no.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
But yeah, having those guys available means I'm less likely to use the deck drawing cards because I get these guys right off the bat. But yeah, like round 1 comes with this guy and this guy and this guy basically. That's such a bummer though. Nobody had a single order. Yeah, that's the trouble with RNG. It bites back. Huh. You've got no one to heal. Oh. Choose an ally and play all copies of it from your deck? Every single one. Why are you different amounts of power? Whenever a non-elf unit's destroyed, boost this unit by 2. You're not boosted though. I don't understand cards in this game sometimes. Why are you in 9 and you in 11? Like, you're not boosted and you're not damaged. It has the number that says that's your default stat, but you're seemingly the same card, so why are you, and you don't say plus on one of them, so I don't know why they're different power levels. I don't understand. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out how a lot of mechanics work in this game. Move to other row. Why not? It'll keep making Gascon stronger in the back of the deck somewhere when he potentially gets drawn way later. We'll see. Oh, let's pitfall trap these guys. They've passed.
They're not backing down.
Shit.
Must be something of value to them here.
Ooh, I can, if I use my no. I was about to say if I use my ability then I don't have to play a card, but if you use your ability they make you play a card. But they have a hand of 5 and I have a hand of 8. Did they do that to themselves by saying place every unit of that type? Did they end up playing some of them from their hand? Because then that was not a great call. I'll have to do an attack.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Alright, now I'm winning. I win the round. Alright, at this point I can either fully invest in this round or I can place a token unit and let them waste cards beating it. With a hand size of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already have a hand size of 10, so I should commit because I'm just going to be throwing cards away otherwise. And also letting them regenerate more cards, so I'll be giving up my hand advantage. So no, I want to commit to this round. Strengthen every time anyone takes damage. Yeah, they haven't been damaging anyone yet. Still, hero card, nice to have. And these guys can be boosted by you? No, you. Only sometimes though. And someone who gets damaged can become a bear. It's not a bad hand. I might just keep it. This guy's already here, so I'm starting with a power advantage too. And we have a hand advantage of 2 cards. I've got the bear combo set up. Should be able to make this work.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Come and get it.
Death to Old One!
No ability. Yeah, that's the guy that he's supposed to get drawn by a different card.
The
Oh,
storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
that was a weirdly chill comment she made. Zeal. Play 1 units from your graveyard and halve their power. Cooldown 2. That's her. That's their general's ability. Only good Odoin is a dead Doin. I said Odoin. I'm just mispronouncing everything. All right. Well, I can kill you with one of these guys at least. Yeah, I don't want you to kill my dog. I'm gonna have to stop you there. I would very much prefer you to not murder my dogs, as it turns out. Who do I want to draw with you? Oh, that's weird. Draw these guys and then they themselves summon a random person. Although summoning means not considered played. And deploy is triggered this ability when played. So it's not even just a matter of whether the deploy abilities work or not. This guy just stops people from using their deploy abilities at all. The only advantage you have is that he becomes another card that is stronger than him. So he does give you a power advantage in his own way, but he throws away the actual abilities of said cards, which is a pretty rough ask. I might go for Gascon. These bombers and scythemen are probably going to be drawn by the other guy. Whereas Gascon's just a powerful unit.
Quick and painful this'll be.
What does that do? Are you just mine now? It doesn't say spying anymore. I think I just turned their spy into a bear, and now it's just a bear. So it's mine now. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. That's a fun idea. I didn't really realize that was an option. Huh. I have to remember not to turn Knickers into a bear. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't say spying anymore, so I don't think it's going to go back to their side. That's fun. You want to have a spy? Well, you just gave me a free bear token. Enjoy. You're not going to attack when I summon you, unfortunately, so I can't just destroy that character. And they're going to keep healing people, which means attacking is stupid right now. Let's try not to do that. Let's see. I want to turn somebody into a bear, so let's place you here. Just so at least we have a better candidate than Knickers, who will just make my ability get wasted. Them having a healer just screams to me, don't attack. You alright up there, buddy? You only got 6 cards to deal with. I'm sure you can pick one.
None shall tread on us.
Ah, the usual. Oh, but now he's using his abilities to respawn people. Oh, that's a good combo. He has healers, which just means that his summon a guy with half health thing isn't that big of a deal. That also means that he's way more powerful in later rounds than he is in the first round. In the first round, he is just dealing with his crappy Scoia'tael cards, which, at least in original Gwent, were a little hard to figure out how to make work. They always felt weaker than the other decks. But his ability gets more powerful every turn, every round, because he has about a big graveyard of people that he can redraw every other turn. And all that.
Again and again and again.
Catch!
How do you feel about being on fire? That'll keep you busy with your attempted healing. Although being able to heal 2 people per turn is going to really make it hard to keep up with. I'll at least save Crushing Trap plus attack to do
the
big
others?
one at the end. They won't be able to heal anyone. Oh god. I was about to say they won't be able to heal everyone that fast at that point, but look at that. A scytheman, alright.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
So you'll bring back some ability to recharge.
My pain serves a purpose.
We should go with you and one of the randoms. The other fire guy, alright.
I smell a leak.
A little bit of revenge against Scoia'tael, huh? These are my options. Someone at random, that's just silly. Or actually draw a character. Crushing Trap's kind of weirdly redundant at this point. With an alchemist, I can chain reaction my alchemy effect, so there's that. Let's do that.
Greetings. What is it?
I can just spread 12 across the top row, one at a time. That's the only guy that took the dice roll, huh? It's gonna be really hard for him to keep up with my numbers when all of these people are 22s. Regardless of his ability to draw an extra guy every turn. Look at that frame rate, he's thinking hard. That has to be what that is. It only happens when the enemy's AI is trying to play. They'll spend a long time trying to play, and then the frame rate will drop. It has to be them thinking. That's too many healers. What the hell? They have 4 units which are strong on their own, but also just fully heal units constantly. Huh. The hell of a power.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
That's a fun use of that alchemy power to just spread the alchemy from left to right across the screen. That's where it ends, though. I can't use it on the dog. Well, I can place this guy there. It's thinking. The computer, it is thinking. What do you do? Vreehead Vanguard. Whenever you play an elf, boosts adjacent units by 2. Alright, great. Temerians, Redanians, all the same. Better off dead. Getting along great, these folks. This attack's going to be completely pointless because none of them can really be attacked. Do I have a oh, at least I have a Gascon, so attacking people makes Gascon stronger. Got that going on. There we go. So we get a little bit of a boost from that. I could attack them with you, but who cares? They'll all just heal each other immediately next turn. And they won't be killed by the fire. Yeah, when they have that many healers, all forms of attacks are pointless. Unless I can AoE kill everyone that has 9 health somehow at the same time. But you can't. It's fine though. We're winning by a huge margin unless they have a crazy trick to show me. It just means that I have to wait until they've passed already to do my attack, because then they can't heal.
Now we will see who is weak.
Ooh, they're catching up. It's a lot of heals chaining around. They won't be able to heal though.
Prepare to fight if you've any honor.
They won't be able to heal once they pass. So I'll time my crushing trap for then. They have to pass right after they place this card, don't they? Which means that they won't even be able to heal for my Lyrian horn, I think. It all comes down to how strong that last card is. You can't be thinking that much. You have 1 card in your entire hand. What are you thinking about, buddy?
I'll feed you to the crows.
Oh, they're choosing which enemy they want to lock. They didn't choose very well. They locked the bomber? Who cares? Why would you lock the bomber? Alright, they've passed now. Let's take advantage. That's such a powerful card. Every time. Alright, the damage has spread. Now let's average out the health values of all these people. And then attack them. What? Whenever a non-elf unit's destroyed, boosts this by 2. That includes a trap destroying itself. Okay. Huh. Not a thing I thought about. Either way, we win. Ta-da!
Resisted to the very end.
When the Lyrians broke the Elven ranks, Meve was convinced their foe would retreat and regroup. But to her surprise, the Scoia'tael fought to the bitter end. She concluded there must have been something truly valuable hidden in that cave. As Meve entered the next chamber, her nose caught the stink of blood, pus, and urine. Then she understood. The elves were using the cave as a field hospital. Wounded fighters lay by the cavern walls. They made no attempt to defend themselves, nor to beg, nor to make peace with the gods. They merely watched the Lyrians calmly, with stark contempt.
Ointment. Alright.
Milady,
Whispered Rayla.
you saw what the Scoia'tael are capable of. What they do to humans. They would have no mercy for...
Reynard, usually calm, could not hold back and cut Rayla off.
What, pray, do you suggest? That we murder the wounded?
The warrior responded in a whisper, slowly emphasizing her words.
I suggest you leave. Leave me and my men. We'll take care of the rest.
So to choose to let her kill the wounded men or not. On the one hand, she's generally completely right about this stuff. They absolutely are incredibly brutal, and the first thing we saw when we went into this forest was an act of incredible brutality, which is saying something, because we're already dealing with the Nilfgaardians this entire game, and then this other faction is so much more brutal in their means than even what we expected. So it's a rough call. Honor versus victory. And also, do you take the high road against people that won't take the high road themselves? There's also the fun concern that I'm definitely wondering if like it's an RPG, you expect decisions to affect things at some point, and they're specifically placing two NPCs against each other, diametrically opposed NPCs that I have to side with one or the other. It's hard not to think that one of them might die or leave or something, which would affect my deck composition and also the story. Even then, I'm just imagining just killing a bunch of people in their beds. It's just like not a call I can make.
Meve looked the warrior in the eyes and was terrified by what she saw.
No, Rayla. We shall not touch them. Do you understand?
Rayla was quiet for a long moment. Finally, she nodded and left the cave. Reynard followed her with his gaze, hand on hilt.
Reynard, listen to me. You are to keep a close watch on Rayla until we are at least a day's ride from this cave. If she separates from the column, if she tries to double back, I wish to hear about it. Do you understand?
Reynard nodded. Despite the day's victory, they left the cave in a somber mood.
Yep, I got a negative ranking now. I don't know. It's hard to explain even the thought process behind the feelings a little bit. Because if you compare that to my other choice to wipe out that village of people that wiped out their own, the rest of their own village, this might even seem like a hypocritical choice on some level. It's just the areas are so gray that it's hard to actually explain why one is different from the other.